Welcome to another vlogmas. Hi guys, my name is Chase Gokene and I'm going to be explicitly telling you about my labor stories. I mean everything that happened, right from the house to when we got to the hospital and when I got delivered of my baby. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me in this vlogmas. I have been attempting to do a vlogmas, although I haven't been consistently posting every day, but I see the support and I want to say thank you to everyone that's been supporting me. Okay, let's get right into it. So labor for me started at about 9 p.m. But prior to the time that labor started, that day, I didn't know that labor was going to come. I was going about my day. In fact, I was going to shoot, like, the content that I had to shoot in my head was like a day in the life of a tired, pregnant woman that can't wait to, like, be done with pregnancy. So that cramps that happened in my 7th month was very close to what, like very similar to what I was experiencing then. So what happened was, when that started happening, I downloaded this app on my phone, like contraction app, like to time your contractions, just to know when you should go to the hospital and all of that. So have cough. So I was putting in the contractions, like when it happens, I'll put it in, because it will happen like for like a stretch of 1 minute, and then it will like relax again for like around 5 minutes, and then it will happen again. So I called my friend. I called my friend on the phone. I was like, I think labor has started. She was like, if it's labor, you don't need anybody to tell you. You would know off the bat that you are in labor. So me, I was now confused. I was like, what is now happening? So around 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m., I went to the washroom to pee, and then I saw like a lump of blood after I peed. So that prompted my husband. He was like, we need to go, like we need to go to the hospital now. So I packed my bag, I wore my dress. I already packed my bag, you guys saw that. So my husband picked up the bag, picked up some pillows, and then we headed to the hospital. Upon getting to the hospital, the pain became intense. In fact, as I was walking towards the elevator, I remember very well that as I was walking close to the hospital, I was having contractions right there and then. So we went to the hospital. I was told to sit in the waiting area, because actually that contraction started on the due date that I was given, on the 15th of July. So it wasn't like out of the blues that it happened, that like it was not like abnormal that I was getting contractions. It was just that the blood that came out was like a red signal. So the nurse checked me in. They checked my blood pressure, checked the baby's heartbeat. Everything was okay. So they told me to wait for a space to come out. If you have ever delivered in Calgary, you would know that we really need more hospitals here. But I don't want to get into that. I'm going to talk about that in my postpartum vlog. So after I was checked, I was still having this pain, this contraction pain. It was still happening. And then after about 20 minutes or so, I was called in to a waiting area. Not really a waiting area, but because there is a bed there. I don't know what it's called, maybe a triage sort of. So I was told to sit there. I was told to lie down there. So there was just one bed and then a chair. My husband was sitting on the chair, and then I was lying on the bed. They put all these wires to check both the baby's heartbeat and also my blood pressure. So they were actually monitoring me. And then someone came to check how far gone I was, and like in the space of 1 minute, the nurse came and checked, and she said, oh, you're about was it 4 cm dilated. So, but the pain was becoming intense. I was feeling sleepy. Initially, I thought to myself, maybe I don't want to get an epidural. The birth plan that I initially planned in my head, because of the side effects that people talked about, like side effects that people got when they had epidural. So I thought to myself, I don't want epidural. I want to go natural. But my brothers and my sisters, when the pain in the contractions hit, I say, bring it. I was shouting. I say, please bring it, because the thing is, my mom was not I was not there at the time that I was having contraction. In fact, none of my family members knew at that time, because I didn't even know what it was. I didn't call anybody. It was past midnight in Nigeria. Like it didn't occur to me that I should call my mom. But before that day, my mom already called me and said, oh, when it starts, don't shout too much. I don't know why they have it in their head that you shouldn't express your pain in a normal way. Hey, because me, when the contractions hit, everybody knew. In fact, they were planning to send me back home. But with the way the contraction pain was doing me, and the way that I was screaming, the doctor said, no, we can't send this woman back home. I was, from that first CM, I was telling them, I want a epidural, bring it, or give me. So they said, oh, we have to wait until you're about 5 cm or so, 5 cm dilated, before we can give you epidural. Meanwhile, nobody explained to me that this centimeter dilation that people are talking about, always talking about, oh, you have to be 9 cm. Before you actually get to the 9 cm, you will see shege, as in tears will drop from your eyes. So after I screamed, I shouted, I wanted epidural. So they were basically waiting for me to get to 5 cm dilation. My face was swollen, like I was over it, and I was in pain. I was the nurses saw how much of pain I was having, so they were trying so much. They were trying everything to make me to make the pain lesser. They asked if they could give me tramadol, or I think they asked for painkillers. I said no, I don't want painkillers, because I was scared as well, because I know that like tramadol can also drop the heartbeat of the baby, so I didn't want to take chances. I was actually scared, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait till I get to the point where I can get epidural. Then I can get epidural and be fine with it, instead of taking painkillers now and then taking epidural later. I didn't want to combine everything together. So the nurse was kind enough to bring me this bouncing ball that they said was going to help with pain or contraction. So they gave me the bouncing ball. The drama I acted in the hospital. So they gave me the bouncing ball, and I was sitting on it, and I was bouncing. When the contractions came, I said, the ball, I flinged that ball. I said, I don't want your ball. Oh my goodness, I flinged the ball. I didn't know where I kept that ball again. I said, it cannot go. It cannot go. So I was there again for at least like 2 hours or 3 hours, because they moved me from the triage center to the labor ward. I think it was around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. So that was when I got to 5 cm dilation. So they moved me there. I was now asking the nurse, when is the epidural coming? Because the contractions were getting, like the space between contractions were getting narrower, and it was very close, that like there was no breathing space anymore. So when I got to 5 cm immediately, I remember I told the nurse came, and then they prepared the epidural. So while preparing it, they said everywhere has to be sterile, it has to be an aseptic environment. So they gave my husband a mask, they put like something on me, and they also gave me a mask as well. So nobody really explained to me, and maybe it's my fault that I didn't do any research, but it was there and then that I knew that epidural is also painful. My sisters and my brothers, oh god, women are superheroes. So when the epidural is administered to you, they kind of want you to hunch back a little bit, because the needle is very tiny. I know as I'm saying this, if you're pregnant watching this, you might